to make sure for no mistakes.
Just so you know, I have started the recording.
Okay.
Howdy.
I will too.
Okay, everyone. This
Where's
is...
Chris?
She abandoned us.
This is... Once again, our little live stream. Well, not live stream, our little RP.
Then we're live.
No, we're not live. We're recording. And the thing is this. I did, between the last one and this one, I did a solo story with our dear Garius.
Howdy.
So someone's gonna have to catch everyone up, just in case.
So let's catch everyone up. The last time where everyone was there was a big fight with a mirror universe, in which the ULE Midnight got critically damaged. I think 3/4 of the Lupine Arcane space fleet got annihilated. The first time ever in history an Ultimatum class ship was destroyed.
Is this on our side or their side?
On their side, on our side.
They lost 2, we lost 1.
Yeah.
Well, we technically lost 2, but we managed to repurpose one of theirs for our side. But that'll take 24 hours.
And that still remains to be seen.
Well, it's basically being stripped of all of its new programming and having proper programming put back in. So it's a full factory reset.
We shall see.
Yep.
You know me as a DM.
I do.
because we've been doing this for a while. Yeah. Midnight did not join us on the last one, and her absence was explained with her needing a little bit of time off in Canterlot.
Visiting Luna and maybe Celestia. Maybe. More Luna.
Yeah, you're visiting Luna.
Oh, I thought you said she was in Celestia's friend room talking to her right now.
No.
That's what you told me. You said I was in the throne room talking to Celestia and Luna.
Nope, you're on the balcony talking to Luna.
Alright, that works.
She moved.
And after the destruction, or, well, serious damage done to the ULE Midnight, everyone basically escaped in escape pods that are currently flying towards Canterlot. Except Garius. He summoned a shield around him to lessen the impact of atmospheric re-entry. And then was rammed by Rosalia's and Pixie's escape pod by accident. And crashed right into the breeding chamber of Queen Chrysalis's hive. Where he had a little bit of a talk with her and left his mirror universe self with her, and she is now cocooned, no problem, Rosalia, has now cocooned that mirror universe Garius to extract even more information from him.
Creepy. But yay, Chrysalis!
She wasn't quite what he expected, but at the very least, she proved useful.
Also, he ended up nose to nose with her at one point.
If it were me, she'd have got a peck, but no, he's got a lot more self-control than I do.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to ask also. Like, sure.
I think she wouldn't have taken that well. Yeah, and that's basically where we are right now. Rosalia still as a pup, basically. Smaller.
She got changed back into a pup again.
Mm-hmm.
No, she did it. I did it myself when basically, when Francis got destroyed, and she kind of had like a small mental breakdown, and
Yeah.
even
Francis.
my evil self had fun.
Nom.
Yeah, the mirror universe Rosalia tore apart Francis.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Garrus is off with Chrysalis.
He's on his way to Canterlot right now, however,
And-
using his own wing power.
And everyone else is falling into Equestria like meteorites about to hit Canterlot.
What?
I did say to you a few weeks high kinetic package containing your children.
That's kind of right, yes. Except
There's never a
you,
lot of kinetic energy.
except you, who is on the balcony with Luna.
Looking up, going, what the hell?
And nice guys, like shooting stars. I could really use it right now.
Yeah, so we are looking at about 100 shooting stars there.
100 wishes, go.
I choose you.
100 escape pods. Heading towards Canterlot.
Do you A, raise a shield, destroying the life pods? Do you A, and let them hit, destroying Canterlot? Or C, do you teleport them into outer space and deal with them later?
Oh.
Okay, so Garius, you will likely enter a bit later, but we will still cut to you.
Yeah, I understood that, because while I was talking to Chrysalis there,
Mm-hmm. Well, landing. We
well,
will see.
crash landing. Good news is we'll be landing immediately. The bad news is we're crash landing.
So, everyone please roll for the turn order.
I crit failed. At least that makes things simple.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That'll be my one and only. I promise you that. That'll be my one and only. Which means I go first. Actually, that's a good thing.
I only won.
Yeah. Let me write this down. So first we have Midnight. Then we have Rosalia.
Ladies first.
Then Ramo.
Then Ramo. And then Garius.
Do you roll? So I don't know where script is.
Script is not in this one.
What?
Dun, dun,
He
dun.
might make an appearance, but he will very likely be after Garius. I mean, I will roll.
I laugh it.
There
Okay.
you go. So I'll be after Ramo. If my character makes an appearance.
Okay.
Okay, so Midnight. We
Interesting for me.
start out with you.
Mhm.
Sitting on the balcony next to Luna with a little table in front of you with hot cocoa and cookies, triple chocolate cookies,
Mm.
and the two of you are watching the night sky as I'm basically rewinding a little bit here. You see something that looks like a second sun in the sky, right next to the moon, followed by several fiery streaks heading right in your direction.
Looks at Luna. That's not you, is it?
She looks at you, raises an eyebrow, and says, I think I would know if I had done something like this.
That's probably one of our ships. Shit. Okay, now I'm confused of what to do. Because technically I don't know if those are escape pods or not.
Basically.
But
You
my
also,
first-
but you also see two of the Fury thingies colliding, and one of them flying off towards the Everfree Forest.
Noted.
That's Garius.
That reaction though.
Looks at Luna. You're the space girl. Are those gonna hit Canterlot? Because I'm pretty sure they are.
She raises an eyebrow at you. Space girl?
You deal with the moon, okay? You know how objects and stars move through the space.
She looks up, then looks at you. Given the trajectory, it is very likely that they will hit Canterlot in about 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay, we got time. Oh wait, I have a communicator on me. Types in. Well, first person she would message would be Garius. Tries to call Garius.
You hear the whistling of wind and the sound of fire.
And Garius shouting something like, because I remember this from our solo story. What the hell?
Oh yeah, because Rosalia smashed me. I was like, what the hell? So you just call the communicator and you hear what the hell, and a lot of screaming. You also hear fire and wind, and it doesn't sound good.
I hang up on Garius and go, okay, he's clearly busy. Calls Rosalia. Why is Rosalia sleeping?
I should be elated. She just got me.
Rosalia was basically thrown into the escape pod by Pixie.
Pixie. Yeah.
Okay. Calls Ramo?
Ramo?
Where exactly am I? Again at this time.
You, as I remember, also went to one of the escape pods after you
Yeah.
blew up that other ULE Midnight.
First of all, I didn't float up.
Yeah, I know.
Garius flew up. And yeah, now I remember. So yeah, I would be in one of the escape pods with the guards.
Yep. Yeah, right. You're in the escape pods with the guards.
Yeah, they didn't. They were thinking I was the other one because I had his clothing.
Pick
Mhm.
up, Ramo, pick
So-
up. Ring, ring.
So basically, on your phone screen, you see Mom is calling.
Uh-oh.
Oh, is it available right now? Please leave a message after the beep.
Din 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 din.
Yeah, picks the phone up and saying, "Hi."
What the hell is
Hello.
happening up there? Why is there loads of tiny things shooting out towards Canterlot?
I have no idea.
I think that are the escape pods.
Those are escape pods. Are you saying
Most
every
likely.
single one of them has people on them?
That's the point.
I would
Maybe.
hope so.
Okay.
Oh, precious.
Okay, so putting up a force field to protect Canterlot isn't an option. Well, it is an option, but we might destroy you guys too. Great.
Yeah, we can.
Are you and your
Ship,
siblings
sorry.
safe?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Are you and your siblings safe?
Yes. I don't know it for all of them, but we should be all from the ships down. So, I think.
Can you affect the trajectory that you are going at?
Is there any control panel in this escape pod?
Yes.
Can I?
You have very rudimentary maneuvering controls. You
Shouldn't
might
it
be
have
a-
its own pilot?
You might know they're automated. but you could theoretically alter your trajectory slightly. But that would also need you to you would also need to recalculate the entry vector to not
Burn up on entry.
exactly.
I could do it, but I'm not quite sure if I should do it. There's a lot that can go wrong.
Okay. Keep me informed of anything else that's going on, please. Me, Luna, and Celestia, when I grab her out of bed, will try and figure out what to do because
Celestia is not in bed, she's in her throne room.
she's in her throne room. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Nightfall.
Hello, Nightfall.
Hi, Nightfall.
Hey, Nightfall.
Roll.
Roll initiative.
Roll initiative. Cthulhu and power armor.
What do you mean that Celestia's in her throne room? She shouldn't be up and about at night. She needs to sleep.
She is in her throne room.
Alrighty.
Oh, so that means Nightfall actually goes second.
Oh.
Okay. I hang up and yell to Celestia. Celestia, get your sunbud out here. We got a problem.
Only you could get away with that.
Coming from the throne room, you hear growling. And a medium explosion.
Looks round.
You basically only see that Luna is getting up and hurrying towards the throne room as cracks are forming in the side of the building.
Runs with her. I thought Celestia just threw a tantrum. Sorry.
A demigod-sized tantrum.
Basically. So you arrive at the throne room, and it's a total mess.
Looks about.
There are feathers strewn everywhere, and blood.
Celestia?
And in the backrest of Celestia's throne, you see her horn embedded.
What?
Have we killed off Celestia?
We're not that lucky.
Lunar.
I'm
Be
kidding,
nice.
I'm kidding.
And you hear like a
What?
sound coming from behind the throne.
Looks at Luna and motions for her to go around the other side while I go around. Well, basically, we were both going around the two different sides.
Okay. So Luna goes left, you go right. And behind the throne, you see... Well, how to describe this? Rosalia hunkering down on top of Celestia, munching down on her neck.
Question.
What? Okay.
Question. Do I know about the alternates? Have I been told?
No, but this Rosalia is wearing a black uniform.
Yeah. Yum yum yum.
So I don't know. Great.
No. Neither does Luna.
Yum 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 yum.
Rose. Stop going yum yum yum. I'm imagining you, not evil Chris. Stop it.
Evil Chris, evil Rosalia, thank you very much.
Mhm.
Midnight's eyes widen, but her uniform makes her sort of think. Rosalia, get off Celestia.
She just raises her head, looks at you over her shoulder, with some meat still stuck in between her teeth while she's chewing, and then goes back to eating.
Stop it! That is really disturbing.
Someone so cute being so
Evil.
Dark.
monstrous. Yeah.
Well,
I don't want it to go door or ah.
well, I'm trying to understand her, so I can maybe try to voice her if that makes it more, I don't know, realistic. I don't know. Subdivision.
Also, as this Rosalia goes back to eating, Luna fires off a bolt of magic at her.
Can I take a guess?
Ooh. Midnight doesn't react in time.
Okay, no, never mind.
So,
Depends who's who's.
I think
the
the
first-
19
Ah,
is
true.
Luna's, the
The
attack,
ni-
and then the
yeah.
defense.
exactly. So, our dear alternate Rosalia is being hit.
Ah! I don't know.
And thrown off her meal. She lands almost exactly next to you, Midnight. Taking, let me see, 5 damage.
How much health does she have?
15. And then gets up growling, rubbing her chest where Luna hit her, while Luna is checking on Celestia, who is clearly dead.
Yeah, but wouldn't you check on me even if you knew I was dead?
Yeah.
Midnight.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. It's just I'm getting like excited, and I kind of want to try voicing her, but it's up to visual. And if it doesn't match, just let me know.
Go ahead.
As she's rubbing the place where she was hit, she's just basically looking at Luna, just like, I see this nightmare at least have some punch, but I don't go around disturbing other people while they are eating. Ugh. I don't know. That's,
Very nicely done.
Midnight. There's 2 things I kind of want to do. I don't know what. I've only one. Actually, I have one question for you.
It's your last action, so go ahead.
Magic roll. Puts up a force field between Rosalia and Luna.
Okay.
Ha! Never mind.
never mind.
The air between Luna and Rosalia shimmers for a second before the force field you just tried to erect dissipates into thin air.
Okay, not my turn anymore. Over to you, Nightfall.
I
Yeah.
have absolutely no memory of where I left this character off.
I can exactly tell you where you left this character off.
I have a sneaking suspicion I have some memory, and that's the problem.
You are still a female griffin.
Yay!
I was gonna ask if you get changed back.
Not yet.
And during the attack of the mirror universe, you killed your mirror self.
Aw, that's a shame. I was hoping I'd get to voice the Mirror Nightfall because that would be fun. Oh well.
It would have been a good nightfall, you know that, right?
Exactly. There are so many things I could have done with that. Oh well.
And you are
Did anything important happen in that fight? Did any fun things get said that I should know about?
Why are you
There's-
such a monster?
there's now a second Cthulhu.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
What?
Well, I mean, like, obviously, if everyone else gets a mirror,
Yeah, but Cthulhu's
Lord of
not from
Universe
our
also gets a
universe.
mirror.
But Cthulhu's not from our universe. Cthulhu's from a
Neither
completely
am I,
different
but I
universe.
got a
No,
mirror.
but she was in that universe when it was mirrored.
Oh fuck.
No.
I got a clone.
Fuck. No. No.
Just,
Anything,
no.
but I can't deal with. Wait, no. Cthulhu would be good.
Yeah.
Okay, Wyatt.
You're wondering why Garius intends to speak with this new Cthulhu at some point.
Oh lord,
He
this is
actually likes this
amazing.
Cthulhu.
You have spoken to her before.
Yes, but he wants to actually have a proper discussion with her, not rushed or in
Also,
any way interrupted.
also the two Cthulhus did meet each other,
Yep, and it was just as I hoped.
and neither of them dared to attack the other,
Why?
so both of them retreated. Because they know that if they fight each other, they will very likely cause enough collateral damage that it is reality shattering.
It's essentially the unstoppable force against an immovable object.
So
Mhm.
Midnight
They
should
both
make friends
surrender.
with this Cthulhu. Yes, please.
Right on it,
Also,
boss.
our dear Garius has now learned the magical effects of Cthulhu's sword,
Oh.
because he got to use it.
Oh, I thought you meant he got stabbed by it, and it just caused immediate and very painful death.
Well, no, I stabbed people with it. I cut things with it.
Did it cause immediate and very painful death?
Not immediate.
Not
Oh,
immediate,
okay.
but it
Well, that's no
hurt.
fun.
It's hurt, though.
He cut off his alternate self's hand with it.
Oh.
I disarmed him.
Yeah, literally.
Well, not really, because you only cut off his hand.
So, Nightfall, you are still on that Council of Light base, having assumed command.
Oh, so that is still canon. Okay.
Yes, and when the Mirror Universe attacked, you led their forces into battle against the attacking Mirror Universe forces.
A pregnant griffin leads an army into battle. Awesome.
Then what can go wrong? Sorry.
And you are currently basically on, basically the station has been damaged, the fleet has been a little bit decimated.
How decimated are we talking? Are we talking like there's 5% of the 5% of the forces remaining, or like 35% of the forces remaining?
60% are remaining.
Okay, that's not what I would consider decimated, but okay, reasonable.
Compared to how we suffered, it was a decimation, from what I can tell.
Yeah, and the station is currently, it has lost its maneuver thrusters and has no way of keeping its orbit.
So we're
And-
just drifting.
Towards the planet that you are orbiting.
Oh,
Right towards.
that seems like a very, very immediate problem.
And the station has also gotten another problem because in the battle, part of the southern sector of the station got blown off, and this sector actually held the life support systems.
Oh, that's an even more immediate problem. Okay, what's gonna kill us first? The lack of life support or us crashing into the planet?
Life support.
You crashing into the planet will happen in 3 hours' time. You suffocating will happen in 48 hours' time.
Okay, good to know. Why is it that my characters always get in these sorts of situations? Alright, well, I am going to direct whatever engineering teams we have to deal with the complete lack of thrusters.
Okay.
Yeah, that's we're gonna direct all the engineering crews to deal with that problem first, then life support, then whatever else needs to be done.
Okay. And an engineer comes up to you and says, "Ma'am, the repairs of the thrusters will take us approximately 2.5 hours."
What's the minimum amount of time it would take to get them functioning so we don't all crash into that planet and die?
2.5 hours.
Alright, get to it.
Aye, aye, ma'am. And he runs off.
I love this character so much. Could have so many good interaction with him.
Just like being called ma'am.
Anything else you want to do?
Is there any other critical problems that I should address?
The fleet under your command is currently regrouping, but no one has heard of Commander Globe since you replaced him.
Poor Blobby.
Well, that's above my pay grade. It's not my problem. See, that's the joke. I'm not actually getting paid to do this.
Yeah, the other problem is if anyone were to find out that you are not actually with the Council of Light.
You were
Slavery,
dead.
you get what you paid for.
Ah, well, it's not the first time. It's not the first time you'd be caught impersonating a military officer.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, there are no real pressing problems right now.
Alright then, I'm just gonna end my turn, because there's not really anything else I need to do.
Good, then it's Rosalia's turn.
I don't know if she wakes up. She sleeps pretty heavy.
Okay. Then it is Ramo's turn.
He looks what type of landing the capsule has in plan. So if there's a parachute, rocket booster, or anything like this to dampen the fall.
You see a little diagram on the side of the capsule, on the inside of the capsule, showing pictures of the capsule falling towards the ground. Then the next picture shows a little tube extending from the bottom of the capsule. The next picture shows something shooting out of that tube. And the last picture shows the capsule falling into a giant block of jelly.
Yay! I approve. of
Okay.
this.
Interesting way. So yeah, I would phone Midnight back to inform her that they wouldn't crash full speed into the city, so that she could activate the shield.
So you're calling Midnight right now.
Yes.
Looks at Rosalia as my phone rings. Looks back at my phone. 1 second. Hello? Yes, son?
Good news. I figured out that they have a way of dampening the fall. Looks like they're making a pool of jelly or something like that.
Okay.
So if you erect a force field around the city, that shouldn't be a problem. Otherwise, it could be a little bit messy to clean everything up, but even then, shouldn't be too problematic.
Fair enough. Question. What exactly happened up there? Was there anything that you need to tell me or warn me about?
I think we got invaded by doppelganger. You use the same word in English, or?
Question.
Doppelganger.
Okay.
Does the evil Rosalia hear this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, noted. Thank you. Bye.
Looking a little bit confused because I was expecting that all the doppelgangers were dealt with.
Yeah.
was-
it be?
That was night.
What's
That was
this?
Midnight's hint to Ramo. Yeah, dude. We might have a bit of a problem here.
Yeah.
Not much you can do.
He could teleport.
If evil Rosalia heard that, would it be in character for her to then, before Midnight takes the phone away, to attack Midnight on close combat to attack her weak point?
It would be in
Because
character.
evil? Yeah.
But it's
I don't know.
It's not my turn.
No, would basically be evil Rosalia. I don't know. I don't know if she has the
I still have
turn.
a turn left.
Actually,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
actually, if you want to do that, Rosalia, then you can do that as the evil Rosalia on my turn.
Okay. I don't know how to do this. Sorry.
It's okay. It's alright.
Yeah.
But I'm going to send you something because if you're playing this character,
Only if it's okay and you think it's.
It is okay. It is completely okay.
And who can play an evil Rosalia like Rosalia herself?
I don't know. That's why kind of why I wanted to try it, because I want to know the character.
I sent you something. As long as you work towards that goal, I have no problem with it, okay?
Okie dokie.
So, then it would be... Unless Ramo, do you want to do something else?
Yeah.
Okay.
So can I simply teleport out of the capsule?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Then... don't think that is enough.
Whose bedroom does he appear in?
Bathroom.
What bathroom?
Well, I'm close under it. I have a 13 if I see it correctly, and I need a what, 15?
Mm-hmm.
Close under.
You have... Let me see, where's your magic score?
11.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Then you're on 13. He does not end up in anyone's bedroom or bathroom. Instead, you are suddenly very, very warm, Ramo.
Oh no.
Furnace!
And everything but your head is submerged in a sticky, very delicious smelling liquid.
Looking a little bit, looking surprised about.
And you see Zakura standing in her kitchen, chopping up vegetables. And as she turns around to you, she drops her chopping board because you have ended up in her stew.
Apple
You're
blooms
gobbling
too.
up in a big tasty stew, so watch out.
Exactly.
Well, technically, Zakura's hut is a one-room thing, so he did technically end up in her bedroom and bathroom at the same time.
A wolf in my stew.
Looking at
This I would
Sikora
never
and-
have seen true. Sorry.
Looking at Sikora and saying, I didn't want to land in your stew, so I'm asking for a sorry of you.
Dear Ramoskai, it is nice to see you indeed. But you should know that I eat no meat.
No.
And with that, she
Yeah.
turns around and bucks the kettle so that it turns over.
I could have simply climbed out of it.
I don't think she wants to eat something that has had you in it.
Point.
When was the last time you washed?
Yeah. Do you do your
10
morning
seconds
stuff?
ago? In a stew?
My point exactly.
You're gonna get fleas soon.
Okay, then this would be my turn. So basically, you can take over as a evil Rosalia.
Okay. Could you answer the question I sent you, by the way? I just need to know. Okay. As I said earlier, I think it would be very hard to, before Midnight is able to take the phone away, she would actually, sorry, but she would actually go for Midnight's weak point
Mm-hmm.
to at least knock her out.
Remind me where my weak point is.
The front of your head.
Okay.
Does evil Rosalia know it?
Of course she knows it. Who do you think planned most of the attacks against, the mental attack against most people? She knows her family. Of course she knows how to to break them.
I'm gonna roll for dodge.
Yes, please.
Although you are distracted.
It's a brawl check for both of you.
Does she has any different stats than normal Rosalia? I don't know if she has
No, it's
eaten
same
others. Or...
same stats as Rosalia.
Except she doesn't have. Does she have the double power?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
And
Ah.
you,
Oh,
Midnight,
you're
also
okay.
has a
She's
minus. You have also a -1 modifier because you are distracted. You're on the phone.
Ooh! Oh yeah.
You rolled the same.
Yeah,
Oh,
but where is Rosalia?
Rosalia's
Rosalia
got
has
a
a higher
higher brawl
modifier.
because she was trained by Lupina and is the embodiment of war. So
Oh nice.
Where is it? Rosalia.
I feel conflicted.
You have an attack of 5. Where's your brawl skill? There, brawl
Paul is,
15. And Midnight has a brawl of 7.
exactly. Because I was dumb and I tried to spread it out to give myself an even character, but no, I didn't think through. I want to edit it, but I can't.
Which means Rosalia is at 20. And Midnight at 12.
Hey.
Ay caramba.
So Rosalia basically tackles Midnight.
Space girl, help.
Mom!
And Luna tries to interfere with her magic.
She's technically your daughter-in-law and you just shouted man.
Ooh.
But she also raised me.
True.
I need a defense roll from Rosalia.
It's the first time I'm actually rooting for my daughter to
Oh,
lose.
whoops. Yeah, and how do you think I feel? Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all. Ah,
Oh!
okay.
Yeah, but the
Cross
thing
our
is,
fingers.
Rosalia's magic score is 8, while Luna's magic score is 5.
Nice!
It's so much lower.
I'm shocked.
And that means Rosalia manages to brush off Luna's magical attempt to interfere. And presses Midnight's pressure point.
I'm knocked out, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
Great. You can skip my turn then.
I
Sorry.
think he intends to.
I guess.
And
Okay. The next, if she's standing over her, looking over at Luna. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. She would.
Luna is like scuffing her hoofs on the ground.
Yeah. Evil Rosalia. I'm sorry, Mama, but Evil Rosalia basically bites off half her ear just to trigger Luna to attack in blind rage.
Okay.
I said she's evil.
Half the ear of who?
Midnight's ear.
Okay.
There you have a brawl check for Luna.
Yeah, her plan was basically to jump up. So yeah, a brawl. One,
As
two.
Luna is charging you with her horn down.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oof. Oof, dog.
You
Oh,
managed
that's a good
to
shot.
jump out of the way.
And can I hit her in the back of her neck to hopefully do some damage? Or not hopefully, I guess, but since it was a 20.
You manage to deal, as Luna runs basically past you, you manage to extend your claws and rip up her entire left side,
Oof.
causing 11 damage.
Oh dear.
Evil Rosalia is badass.
And Luna
Um.
only has 12 life points.
So does she like fall to the ground or?
She does collapse right next to Midnight.
Yeah.
But she will do something.
Hmm.
She will light up her horn and point it at Midnight. And with a magic
Can I
score,
jump in the middle?
there's like 10 centimeters between her horn and Midnight.
Ah, okay. No, not an option. Okay.
And with a magic score of 5, plus the 12 there, Midnight disappears.
Where did he teleport me to?
No one knows. Not even you.
Not
I
until I
know.
wake up.
I know.
Evil Rosalia basically, I don't know how to. I imagine she would actually curse in some way or another. Don't know how to curse, but basically calling Luna livestock or something.
To which Luna just looks at you, smirking.
Yeah, she's gonna bite her. Bite off her horn or in her face. Yeah. Brawl.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yay!
Come on, Luna. Come on, Luna. Be the badass we all know you are.
I've never heard
Sorry.
someone so
So afraid.
So softly be excited to commit murder.
No, I was yay because she rolled a 19 and I just rolled an 11.
Mm-hmm.
But you're forgetting that I'm pretty sure Luna would still have a lower brawl than you anyway.
Exactly.
Oh, nice.
But still, that's 8 higher. The
But-
very least, she doesn't take too much damage. Although she only has 1 hit
Well,
point.
she only needs to do 1 damage. That's the scary thing.
point.
As evil Rosalia is leaping towards Luna, Luna uses her horn to bat you away to the side. But it only manages to throw you off so you don't hit her. Because she doesn't have enough strength left in her to do much more.
Okay. Does she have time to do 1 more thing?
Yes.
I'm not completely sure what her plan was when she was supposed to do this, but I guess she activates the explosion spell on how it was supposed to be done.
Okay. Roll magic.
Ah, phew.
Okay. So, your final result is 11. And Rosalia's fur starts to emanate magic. And Luna passes out. As the entirety of Canterlot Castle, not the entirety of Canterlot, but the entirety of Canterlot Castle disappears in a pillar of flame.
So instead of blowing up
Life
entirety of
pods. I
Canterlot,
wonder what that looks like.
she's blown up just the castle,
Mm-hmm.
and Luna's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Until Ramo can save her.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
It's almost an inconvenience, if anything.
Mm.
It's like, oh great, I died. Now I just gotta ask to be reborn.
Question: Did the evil Rosalia absorb Celestia?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I forgot to do.
Oh fuck!
But can't you only do this with other 5s? She isn't one of them. So there's nothing to absorb.
No.
You can still absorb entities, don't you?
Yes.
Well, I tried that, but I, as a member of the 5, couldn't.
You
I was all.
you have one disadvantage. You don't know the spell.
True.
Evil
Evil
Rosalia,
Rosalia
however,
does.
has figured it out.
Okay, I was informed that you can only absorb others. Of,
Yeah.
Well,
beings of force.
Yeah, that's...
Oh.
Can I explain real quick?
Mhm.
Look, Prof.
Mhm.
Klar, du kannst die Kraft anderer in dir aufnehmen, aber das ist nur von den anderen 5. Aber wenn du das gesamte Wesen absorbierst, dann kannst du das mit allen machen.
Oh, okay.
Das ist das Gleiche, was Barbara gemacht hat.
Mhm.
So, am I right in thinking we can't get Celestia back, and evil Rosalia has absorbed her power?
And her,
Just-
and her being.
So her soul and her power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we can't get her back,
Mm-mm.
but we can get Luna back.
Or more precisely, we can only get her back if we catch Evil Rosalia.
no, we can't get her back. Full stop. Because if I'm right, it's the same. It's too dangerous. The soul would be destroyed or something. Am I right?
Yep.
So Celeste's gone.
Celestia and Luna would be gone then.
No, Luna was not absorbed. She was just badly hurt. And evil Rosalia was more like, I don't bother. I just want to get done.
Yep.
Is
Or I
Rosalia
forgot.
dead? Evil Rosalia.
Mm-mm.
Evil Rosalia is not dead.
Okay.
Oh, I thought that was like a suicide attack.
Do you really think she would do something that stupid?
Yeah.
It's allowed to hope, of course. But
Well, who knows? Maybe she was supposed to blow up the core of the planet, but she didn't put enough energy in and simply blew up the castle and her in it. I mean, don't forget, all that rubble above her head has got to fall somewhere.
Let's just say, this Rosalia has had a very bad day so far. For example, at one point she woke up in Garius' stomach.
Garius!
I tried to do what Mid did and eat her for her power, but it turns out it requires more than just eating them.
Yeah. Good to know. You know that it's highly possible that the nice Rosalia also know about this now? Or is
Well,
it? I don't know.
It's just
You
the
were
evil
angry at him
Rosalia.
because he wouldn't give her to you. And now
Yeah.
he's given her to you. You're about to put her next to
Yeah.
her.
Apparently on a silver plate, I see.
See? A silver burning platter. There's a marble lying around.
And
Yeah,
now,
it's like a hot bucket.
and now it is Garius' turn.
Oh boy.
Imagine I see the pillar of fire as I fly in that direction.
Yep, you are just above Ponyville as you see the castle disappearing in a giant pillar of fire as it goes up to the clouds.
Good.
Hmm?
Good. Are there any survivors?
I can barely understand anything you say. You're glitching very badly.
I'll try leaving the cage. Hello? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I said I was going to teleport into just near where the fire is to look for survivors.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled a 3 plus whatever. I think it's 11 is my magic score, so I think I've got like 14 in total.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your magic score's 10.
Oh, 10.
So you suddenly find yourself sitting at a table in Sugar Cube Corner being served cupcakes by Pinkie Pie.
Groan and try again. Please, computer, go. Okay.
Perfect. You land right like about 100 feet away from the edge of the pillar of fire. And
I imagine I'm going to get incinerated if I approach the fire.
yes.
Okay.
But
Even Rosalia got 4 actions in her turn, so do I have another action that I can do?
Mhm.
I'm going to attempt to contain or counter the fire if I can. Just basically create a shield around it to compress the energy.
Okay.
19, yes.
You create a shield around the pillar of flame, but you also feel that
And-
there's a building pressure inside your shield.
I can't hold it for long, but whatever it's trying to do, I want to try and at least prevent it from...
See, the way I see it, he's just created a giant magical pipe bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Yeah. Specific part of the shield hit into the air and not outwards into the rest of everyone.
Ah, so you open part of the shield as like as a pressure valve.
Yeah,
Okay.
Nice.
see? I'm smarty. I guess my plumbing training's coming in, and I'm like, yeah, this pressure, it's either going to just spill out everywhere, or I direct the pressure in another direction. So that's what-
Alternatively, you could have just done that to begin with.
I couldn't. I don't think I could do it from that distance. At the very least, it would be more difficult to do it at that distance.
I'm just saying, you could have not built a giant magical pipe bomb in the first place.
I didn't build a pipe bomb. I made a giant glowing
Furnace.
orb. Yeah, a furnace. And guess what? Evil Rosalia is stuck in that furnace. So she's in the center of this pipe bomb. If it blows up, she's dead. Win-win.
Isn't she already gone now?
She is.
It's very possible
said
that
she
she's
did-
already dead, so
You
it
said
doesn't
she was
really
alive.
matter.
Never mind.
I said the pillar of fire appears, but that doesn't mean that evil Rosalia is staying there.
True, but I
Like,
don't think
she-
she had time to leave yet. She hasn't rolled the teleportation, so she's still in there. As far
That
as I
was
know.
included in the explosion spell.
They don't need... I don't
Sorry.
understand why you guys always try to use teleportation. There's one very easy way for all of you to travel.
Walk, fly.
How about opening portals? I've never asked you to roll anything if you opened a portal.
Okay, I wasn't aware that we all could do this.
We can't open portals to other dimensions, but we can open portals across the world.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, isn't that something that's... It just occurred to me that that's something Nightfall's been doing since the beginning. He's always had his little pocket dimension.
Mm-hmm.
That was an element I completely forgot about.
Yeah, I was
You're
expecting.
welcome.
If Nightfall can conjure pocket dimensions, all the rest of you probably can. Because he's like the least powerful out of any of us.
The only
And it
reason
is
Gary
surprising that he's still alive.
Therefore, I
Yeah,
was
that's mostly
expecting
just
you to
good luck.
Well, no, I'd say luck because you did punch a corpse.
You're never gonna let me hear the end of that, are you?
No,
We need to make. Can somebody please?
Okay,
make
well,
that
God
into a
forbid I
sticker?
make one stupid decision.
Seriously, we need to make a t-shirt out of that.
Yes, I punched a corpse and it ended badly. Who knew?
What if it's just like Nightfall and it just says Nightfall the Corpse Puncher? How about that?
No, do you know what it should say? This is what it should look like. It's, well, I've fused up all my actions in this corpse. And then the corpse bites his hand. His hand's on the corpse as if he's
this
just...
can't be a bad decision.
Come on, guys.
Oh.
Let's
Anyway.
move on.
I'm containing the blast, and also if anyone tries to fall into the fire, they'll bounce off it. So it's also to keep everyone else from entering the fire as well.
Okay.
Not that, anyone would want to do that or anything.
No, but someone
Pods
could.
are falling from the sky. If they fall into the fire, what's going to happen to them?
They'd be incinerated.
See? My portal is serving multiple functions. Multiple good functions. My shield.
Alright.
It's
Well-
Midnight's turn since I was last.
Yep.
Oh, my turn. I'm asleep. After you, love. Am I gonna wake up now, or am I gonna wake up later?
Is it visual or is it evil Rosalia again?
You wake up
Oh, I wake up. Where am I?
because you are hitting your head as you fall.
Where did
Face-
I teleport to?
Face planting into the ground of your den.
Oh.
I fell through my roof?
No, you were teleported like 3 feet over the ground.
My cave isn't that big, but okay. Ow. Looks around groggily. realizes where I am, jumps to my feet, and opens a portal to Canterlot.
Okay.
Meta game.
Ha 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 ha! I'm doing this from now often. Seeing the giant fire, I'm guessing.
Yes, and Garius standing right next to it with his hands extended so he can hold the shield up.
Alrighty. Runs through and runs over to Garius. What happened?
Do you want the long or the short version?
Short. Give me in bullet points.
Okay, there's a parallel dimension containing a clone of all of us. Most of them have been destroyed, but a few escaped or weren't found. Most of our fleet is decimated. Most of the ultimatums are destroyed or heavily wounded. Lupina tried to blow up the ULE Midnight, but I blew up the enemy fleet with the explosive. There's a Rosalia floating around somewhere that isn't Jura, and I had a chat with Chrysalis. She was quite nice. And finally, I'm trying to keep whatever this bloody thing is from blowing everyone else up.
My first thought is that was that evil Rosalia. She crashed through the ceiling and ate
Celestia.
Sunbot.
Yeah, I don't think that's your daughter, personally. Doesn't sound like something she'd do. She'd probably eat me if she got a chance, but not Celestia.
Yeah, I know. I guess that from the black uniform. And the fact she was sitting on top of Celestia eating her. Immediately my mind went, something's not right here. Ugh, I damn well bet that it's that stupid overmother that did this.
Who knows?
She's the only one that could. First off, we were the only one. This universe was the only universe that ever had the pups. She said that herself. Knowing her, she probably experimented and copied our world.
I have a question for you, Midnight.
Sure.
Is there an area on this planet or just outside that you want removed from existence? Because I really want to release this energy in a safe fashion. I die in case I hit one of the pods, and I don't want to aim it near civilization. If you could open a portal to a safe space, I would like to vent the energy into there.
Why is my first mind going to the griffins? I don't know why. I don't hate them. They're just greedy gubbards. Anyway, thinking. Oh wait! Takes off crystal from my neck and opens, presses it on the ground, which opens a portal to a completely decimated planet that looks utterly destroyed. And I go, send it there, because I've pretty much destroyed that world anyway. It's my pocket dimension, which I use to vent my anger. So that
I open a hole in the portal aiming at her portal, but smaller, so that even if it does radiate outwards, it'll still all go inside the portal. And I just let the energy vent into there as I compress the portal, basically. You know how you sort of squeeze a bit of toothpaste to get all the toothpaste out? Doing that, but with the energy, and just aiming it all into there.
Okay.
Until the flame is gone.
Okay. You succeed in that. But Midnight, standing a bit close to it, has a little bit of her fur singed. And you might want to repaint your power armor, or at least clean it afterwards, because of all the soot.
Understood.
That's a absolutely minor consequence compared to blowing up the entire planet, so I'm good with that.
You probably blew up the entire universe of that pocket dimension, but closes the portal quickly and then turns to Garrus and goes, okay, next piece of thing. We need to sort out those guys. Points to the sky and the hundreds of asteroids coming towards us.
You have
I believe...
you have 3 turns left until they impact.
Okay.
I believe they're drop pods, and I believe they can take care of themselves. For now, we need to find out. Do you know what happens to that Rosalia?
Not sure, but if she was here, and if I have any thoughts, Luna probably teleported me away after she knocked me out, and then she probably yeah.
Just so you know, there where there once was a castle is just now a big black crater.
Yep. But it can be rebuilt.
Yes.
He just looks to Midnight and goes, I would recommend not telling your pups the next time you try to discipline them that they have the ability to simply wipe the floor with your plot. Because I don't think you could ever tell them off again after this.
Don't worry, I have my other ways, even if I did.
Yep. Daddy.
Prof, you're doing that thing again. Thanks. I don't know what else to do. Can I
have
sense?
you called Lupina at all? I have no idea where she went off to. After
was
she
she
tried to
before?
detonate the ULE Midnight, she vanished.
She's also in a drop pod.
Wait. Are Lupina tried to destroy the ULE Midnight?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
She basically used her as a giant missile.
Why?
To destroy an ultimatum class ship.
So she used my ship as a missile to destroy the other ship.
It's Lupina. Are you really surprised?
I just thought she'd be smarter.
Considering what she did in the Battle for the Soul, firing a pixie through hundreds of her own allies, she's not the brightest of people when it comes to firepower. She loves firepower to the expense of everything else.
No, she's probably on one of those drop ships of yours. Is she awake?
Yes.
Okay. Rings her up.
Lupina doesn't have a phone.
No, but she's in a pod, so I can call the pod.
You don't know
You can
which
scry
pod.
Oh, fine.
Have you tried scrying?
Scry?
Have you tried telepathy, since we apparently have that in the family?
Yeah, the thing that Visual hates.
Mm-hmm.
Can I open a portal? The dropship?
Learning has occurred!
If you know to which dropship,
Everybody.
Looks at Garrus. Can you tell which dropship she's in?
He was going to say a witty retort, look for the one with the most fire, but he's just going like, okay. Is there any magic check I can do to scan them?
yes.
Then I shall do that. 10.
You succeed in pinpointing the pod in which Lupina is curled up.
I open a portal, go through.
You open a portal into the... Okay.
Yeah, at the back of the vessel going towards the front, so that at the very least we're moving in the same direction as the thing, so that we're not walking against momentum and getting smashed even harder. Just in case.
I'm not going
get
on
phones
there.
of
I just wanted to talk to her to get her over here.
Well then, just telekinetically drag her through the portal then.
And as you open the portal, a very suspicious looking Lupina sticks her head through, looking at the two of you.
We got a problem. As I'm sure you know.
She, as you look at her, you see that her entire snout is bloody. Oh yes, I think I've noticed.
Celestia's dead.
Lupina kind of pulls out a little pocket calendar from her pocket. And she does something in it with a pen, then puts it back into her pocket.
What did you just do there?
I just declared today a national holiday.
The knight rolls her eyes. Yeah, well, just so you know, she can't come back either. I'm 90 because I kind of caught evil
Why?
Rosalia eating her.
Even better.
Luna's dead, but can come back, and I will make sure Elysium brings her back.
Go for it.
Wait. Fair enough. Anyway, can you help us track down evil Rosalia, please?
She steps through the portal.
Is there anyone else in the pod?
Yeah, a few soldiers. But they are strapped in.
I wave at them and say, would you handsome fellows like to come on out, or are you gonna wait the long way?
They're strapped in. They can't get out. They won't be released until the pod lands.
Then, be back right back.
So nobody reacting to Midnight Machine here?
To what?
Wait, I thought
Oh.
she just licked my ear. I didn't realize she ripped
No.
it off.
No, she ripped up half of it. That's why she was
Yeah.
angering Luna.
Yep.
You can heal it, of course, but I don't know if you have done it yet.
Midnight hasn't noticed.
What are you rolling for, Garius? Because I can't hear you.
Maybe he's rolling for unlocking the soldiers or something, so they can get out.
We have to know. So, wait for him to say.
Sorry about that. Mother was calling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
What were
would
you
have just closed the portal at the back and just said as you were then.
Okay.
Oh,
But
no.
what were you
Okay.
rolling for?
What am I rolling for? What do you mean?
You just rolled. You rolled a 10.
The 10 was to scan for where Lupina was.
Strangely enough, I just had this in my chat appear again, so whatever.
It's not my turn. Though, wait, no, have I used up all my actions?
Yes.
Okay, so it's the next
More
person.
likely I have.
And now it is Nightfall's turn.
I'm just going to assume that there's still not very much that needs to get done because, I mean, the engineers are doing engineer things.
You know, you could explore the base, you could try to
I
copy
could
their
do that.
database, you could try to sabotage their base, you could do what Nightfall does best and try to kill everyone.
Oh, come on, don't.
You can eat all their food.
That does sound more like the kind of thing he would do.
Yeah, you know, you're hungry. And you're pregnant, apparently. So you're allowed.
Not so sure about that second one though.
The pregnant part?
Yeah, Didn't you guys
Hungry,
joke?
probably, because he does have a tendency to maybe stress eat. Why do you think he has like a twig body? Because he's always out doing things and he never has food.
No, so food it is?
No, I'm gonna just browse the database, see what information I can dig up. Whether they'd actually be useful or not remains to be seen.
Okay, then I need you to do a scholarship check.
Oh boy, I haven't had one of those in a while. What is my scholarship anyway? Okay, cool. Ooh.
You discover several military secrets in their database, and also by accident find the password for all the personal logs of the crew.
I gotta ask the question of why is that locked behind one password? Why is all that information locked behind one password?
Because it's all in one folder.
Oh, that's
From
reasonable.
From a security point of view, I would say that's a massive risk.
Yeah.
But from a reality point, I can see that something like this actually happened.
Yeah. So, do you want to copy those files?
Do I have a PDA on me or a device that I can copy them to?
You are on a space station. There are loads of devices that you can just liberate to copy the data to.
I'm gonna assume that there's probably like a flash drive or something nearby, so I'm gonna just download it to that.
A data crystal, yes.
Okay, data crystal, flash drive, whatever. Same concept.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I will download that data to a data crystal.
Including the personal files?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
Wouldn't be the first time Nightfall ruined someone's reputation.
Okay. What then?
Can I punch the wall?
Yes.
Yay! Another one.
Yeah, well, it's not like I'm gonna put a hole in the wall or actually, yeah,
sure?
considering
Roll.
if I get a low roll, I'm probably gonna... If I get a low or high roll, I'm just gonna put a hole in the wall and depressurize
No,
the
no.
entire zone and kill everyone.
Or even better, the wall bites you.
Roll. Roll brawl.
Out of curiosity, what is the wall made of? Is it just like stainless metal?
It is made out of stainless steel.
You know what? I'm gonna take a less risky option and punch the desk.
And suddenly the desk grows teeth and eats you.
Well, I mean, like, if I punch the desk, it can only do so much. If I punch the wall, however, that could depressurize the zone and get us all killed.
True. You have survived worst cases though. You
Go
have.
ahead.
Not sure about that.
Go ahead. Punch
I
the
don't
desk.
like the way you said go ahead. I'm scared. But okay.
Oh! Nice! So, Nightfall was a 14. Where are you? There. Nightfall. Adding that to your brawl of 7. You basically karate chop the desk, breaking it in two and all the electronics on it. The light in the room goes out.
Excuse me?
Emergency lighting comes
That's
on.
another electronic device. This isn't the first time he's done that.
Does electronic device also include light?
It includes a
Yes, I had to
terminal
go to the
that controls the lights.
I had to go to
Okay,
toilet.
no,
What
that
was it
actually kind of
now?
makes sense.
And everyone else in the room with you just looks at you.
Don't look at me like that.
And they immediately turn their heads back to their own consoles.
You never questioned a pregnant lady. Everybody knows that. Just let them do their business.
So now you have a broken desk in front of you. There's a broken terminal. And you even broke a coffee cup that was on the table.
That was the worst of all.
Well, that seems like I've done my job pretty well then.
May I ask
I
what
would
the desk
definitively
did to
consider
offend
that a
him?
job well done.
Also, in front of your claws lays the data crystal on which you have copied the data.
I'm a take that. That seems like a very important thing to take. And with that, I'm gonna end my turn.
Then it is Rosalia's turn.
Which one?
Yours.
Yeah.
Nice
Evil
one.
or nice one?
The good one.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Did she hit something?
She doesn't hit anything yet, but you certainly, there's a little bumping going down. It's not a smooth ride down into the atmosphere.
So it's like driving a car level or driving
Roller coaster?
yeah.
Roller coaster.
Yeah, okay. I guess she wakes up. What's happening? Where am I?
And from across the capsule, Pixie Cotton looks at you and says, "Don't you remember? We are on an escape pod from the ULE Midnight, inbound to Canterlot."
We are?
She points at a, little bulkhead next to you, a window.
You said we were on our way to Canterlot, but are you sure it's the right city? I don't see Canterlot Castle.
I think you're a bit far away to see that.
Oh, we are?
No, she would see.
Okay.
Because, as you remember, they are fast approaching. Pixie looks out of her window and says, "Well, I'm pretty sure it is Canterlot. But you're right, the castle's missing."
So, should we just take portal and get down to the ground?
"That's my sis." And she opens a portal in the middle of the cabin.
Yay!
And just rips off the... Actually, I'll have to do a strength check for this. 1 second. Where is she? Yep. Pixie succeeds in ripping off her safety harness and just jumping through the portal.
So, I guess I have to roll too, or can I basically just, since I'm pretty small already, can I just slither in my way out?
You could.
Super, can I do that?
Okay.
Just wiggle, 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 and basically just
Sorry. Just idea. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
out of the belts and basically does you know when you're small and you do a cannonball in the pool?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she does that into the portal.
Are you taking Francis's remains with you?
Of course. Is that even a question?
Yes.
I have several questions.
Go on.
What? Firstly, what?
What?
Just what?
What is what?
Secondly, who? Thirdly, why? Fourthly,
Francis!
when?
Francis is my Francis, no questions asked, and he's in pieces because evil Rosalia found out the best way to mentally unstable nice Rosalia is to eat Francis. And of course she's taking the remains with her because she's gonna fix him, and she is
Remember,
possibly...
Francis is a toy.
Yeah.
Not a person.
Yeah, I couldn't tell what Francis was.
He's a
And
frolic.
I was concerned. I was like, wait a minute, wasn't there like wasn't one of Rosalia's soldiers like ripped apart or something like that?
Yeah, Lavendel.
I vaguely remember it was like a medical
No,
personnel or an
she's
engineer.
not carrying around a corpse.
Honestly, considering who we're talking about, it honestly wouldn't surprise me.
Aw, I don't know if I should be flattered or insulted.
I'd say a little bit of both.
These are the moments I live for.
Anywho, Rosalia emerges with her cannonball, bumping into Garius as she comes out.
I should have jumped harder.
The energy. And he just looks down at you. Stay.
She just looks annoyed at you.
We can discuss our grievances later. For now, there are more important things at hand.
Yeah, why is... Never mind. Mama, what happened to your ear?
Not entirely sure, but I've got a hunch. Wait,
So-
no, never mind. I haven't noticed yet. Not I notice. What do you mean? What's wrong with my ear?
Well, it's kind of bleeding, and you only have like one third parts of it, or half of it. I don't know.
Tries to look at my ear, but can't because it's not. So I keep going in circles.
Maybe it's
Summon
just
some
flapping
mirror.
about.
Summon some mirror here.
Wait a second. Looks at Rosalia. How do we know you're the real Rosalia?
I just hold up Francis' parts. Is this enough?
It's the real one, Midnight. No worries.
I've read enough stories to know it's iffy.
Trust me when I say this is the real Rosalia. Trust me, I think the real Rosalia hates me more than the fake one does. So the fact that she wishes she'd landed on me harder was proof enough.
And at that point, Pixie kind of smirks, looks suspiciously at Garius and says, "And who says that you're the real Garius?"
He smells
Considering
the
I chopped
same.
the hand off the other one. He shows you both hands. I currently still have a full set.
Likely
Rosal-
story. You could have regenerated.
Do you want to phone Chrysalis? She currently has my other half trapped in a cocoon.
Pixie, I'm just gonna say this once. He smells differently because I really don't like this one. The other one is more like, I know you're evil, so you're evil. But the other one, this one I doesn't like. So it's different. They smell different.
So our scents change based on your opinion of us. Good to know.
Isn't that nice?
I don't see how that works, but I'm just going to assume that it does.
That was bullshit.
Oh no, not for her. If you really like or really don't like somebody, she kind of gets very
Sensitive to their
kind
smell.
of heightened. Yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, yeah. I think your other half did this, if I am correct.
What?
She also ate Celestia.
What?
And also seems to have blown up Canterlot Castle.
Kinda like sits down on the ground, taking my head to Canterlot. She did this?
You
I
got your
think
wish,
so.
though.
What do you mean, my wish?
You demanded that I hand her over to you, and whether your wish came true or not, she managed to escape, and now she's on the loose. So you
I-
got your wish. If you want to go on your murderous rampage with her, you can now go and find her. She's no longer in the crystal.
Have you ever seen one of those cartoon angry cats with all their hair and their tail
Yeah.
buff off?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and she's basically jumping up and down, just like, you're saying that, excuse me, do I have an evil Rosalia in front of me? No, I don't. Do you have just released her for somewhere I don't know where? No, you're not giving her to me. You have just set her free. Aren't you supposed to be grown up? And she just jumps up and down.
And I didn't exactly set her free of my own volition, Innes. She quite literally escaped.
Oh,
So
what was
you
that
didn't set her
noise?
free. You didn't give me to her. You didn't give her to me.
How could I have? You were in an escape pod.
Well, before that,
And I didn't
Smarty,
exactly choose for her to escape.
Jumps in the middle of them and says, "Enough. The past is the past. We all make mistakes. We all do we all do what we think is right. I agree you shouldn't have let her out. But what's done is done. Now we need to stop her.
Turn your
She tried
fucking
to
camera,
destroy
Jack.
Canterlot. She tried to destroy Canterlot. She must have other plans. So, let's find her and stop her. Also, we also need to deal with that. Points to the sky. Hopefully these guys will land softly, but we also need to protect Canterlot too. Celestia and Luna not here. We are in charge. Got it?
Understood.
As you guys are discussing this, very quickly the sun goes down.
I thought it
Oops.
was night.
It was night.
As the sun goes up, I mean.
I was just about to say, the sun's already gone down. It's nighttime.
Sorry.
It doesn't get even lower.
Looks at the sun. Well, not looks at the sun. Groans. And that's probably her.
And the sun goes down again.
Yep, she's playing with Celestia's powers just like I would.
Rosalia still looks kind of mumpy on Garius, kind of whispering under her mouth, like, you didn't give her to me, you just... But okay, fine.
And he's simply being silent, ignoring her.
Yeah.
Look, Midnight turns to Lupina. You think you can track her?
Lupina just looks around. I don't think I'll have to.
What do you mean? She's here?
She points at a mountain top about 10 kilometers to the south.
Midnight
She can
looks.
see that far. That's impressive.
Midnight sighed. Rosalia, why is your other half so so obviously confident and out in the open?
Because she knows what she does, and I mostly don't.
Well, you
just boldly saying it out there.
No, you do know what you're doing. Always. You think things through. No, it's okay.
Should we keep the revelations till after the death wolf is dealt with? Or should we let her do whatever she's doing?
Well, it's not my choice. It's actually still Rosalia's turn, so I don't know whose turn it is.
Yeah.
Rosalia.
Nice, Rosalia.
Nice, Rosalia.
Nice, Rosalia.
But basically, your turn should be over by now.
Ah, okay.
Whose turn is it then?
I'll be right back, and then it is Ramos' turn.
Ah, okay.
Just imagine that conversation actually going that way. There's a death wolf over there. Maybe we should stop her. I can't. It's not my turn.
Ah, Fina.
But a quick question here again about this whole thing with Celestia. You mentioned like Barbara, but doesn't Barbara have the whole universe in herself?
Yeah, but she had the intention of keeping them alive.
Alive in the sense of safe from being destroyed, but the thing is, the thing is, what Cthulhu wants, because Cthulhu obviously is wanting her husband back, who is inside Barbara. She can't, because if she kills Barbara, tries to release him, his soul will basically be destroyed. It's because of the spell that you use to do that it just shatters.
So does that mean Celestia's soul is in her, or did she directly destroy her? Or
No, it is in her, I think.
okay, so there would be a way to get her back.
No, there would not be a way to get her back. If we tried to get her back, her soul would be destroyed once it came out of evil Rosalia.
But wasn't Barbara's goal to release the lives later?
I have an idea of how
Okay.
we can release Celestia, although I hate to say it because it gives Celestia a chance of survival. But what if we were to rescue Celestia's soul but shove it into the Rosalia's body so that Celestia doesn't have to leave the body? She just has to take control of Rosalia when we steal Rosalia's soul.
It won't
That
work.
way she doesn't have to leave the body.
It won't work. You can't do that. Basically, Celestia is lost.
the
Her
wild bee just tells
power
me if it's
is
real or not.
stolen. We need to stop her, steal the power back if possible. The soul will be destroyed for the most part, unless one of us absorbs the soul as well. But either way, Celestia is gone.
But wasn't it said that Barbara made this all to save these people?
She did it to save them because they were going to be destroyed anyway, but she can't release them again. She can't. There's no
Okay,
possible way to do it.
Sounds to me like a half, only a half of a plan.
The other half is, to save, is to become the Overmother and cause, and change the fate of the fifth. But she doesn't know if she can do that. So she's going to save as many people as she can and let them live in a safe world without the chance of being destroyed.
And I'm back.
Okay, sounds for me not quite like saving, but I go with it.
Yeah,
Midnight
maybe
doesn't
it's
seem
not...
like it's not saving. It's a half-baked idea at best.
Yeah.
So, what is Ramo doing?
Quick question about portals and teleportation. So, portal doesn't require a roll, but it requires us to be physically free, if I understood it correctly.
Yes.
Teleportation we can do even if we, for example, strapped into something. But therefore we have to beat the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think I got it. Yeah. Then I think he would open a portal to Canterlot 2, because that's the last location where the others were.
Mm-hmm. But you'd have to free yourself first. You're strapped in.
No, I
I
was
thought he was
stew.
in a pot.
And the Gorg
stew.
kicked it over.
Ah, yes, right. You
Unless he's
were
got
in the
noodles
Kursat.
wrapped around him.
Noodles.
There could
So-
have been a chow mein.
So you open a portal to Canterlot. Do you walk through?
Yes.
Okay. You bump into Midnight's rear.
Hey, Mom.
Ouch. Okay. Not quite where I wanted. I wanted to get a lot. Looking to the shield that's containing the energy.
That's
No, that's already gone.
The shield's already gone.
Oh, okay.
The energy has
Then
been
looking
put
to-
into pocket dimension.
Then looking to the crater where Canterlot was.
Canterlot Castle, yes.
Yeah.
And you see just a giant hole in the ground that has scorched edges. You also notice that Midnight has a little bit of singed fur, and part of Garius's power armor is blackened.
Looking around and asking, okay, what happened?
Eva Rosalia blew up 8. I was about to say someone else's name. Celestia. We need to go fight her. Yin?
Looking a little bit, looking to Garios and saying, I'm in.
Agreed.
That isn't the kind of answer you would get after the look you just got from Garios.
Because you
From
gave
Bravo.
me a look, and I'm like, yes, I'm in as well. Unless, of course, there's a very specific look you gave him.
Okay. He gives you a look that definitely tells you that there will be a talk later. And not a kind of pleasant talk.
How does he know that I did like the teleportation and I destroyed the ship? Because it was Lupina that activated the gem.
Mm-hmm.
I just stopped our ULE Midnight from being destroyed. So
Not the
you
ship,
actually
but
know.
the last thing I know, as far as I'm aware of, Vamo should know that that Rosalia wasn't a crystal you had.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
and
but
if
you
she's
don't know
out-
that I destroyed the ULE Midnight.
No, not because of that, but because Bet Rosalia's out. The other thing will come on top of that.
Wait, did he know about that? I thought he was in the engine room when all that was going down.
He knew about it.
I knew that she was in there and didn't know what exactly happened afterwards. But last thing I know was you had her trapped in the crystal, and now she's out. So I was expecting you did something again.
Also, as Ramo is giving you the look,
That could be taken so many different ways.
a portal opens in the midst of all of you. And you hear Elysium's voice shouting something in the equivalent of, "And next time you come visit, at least notice me before you do." And Luna comes flying out, sprawling in the middle of you.
She does not get along well with Mummy.
And then the portal closes.
Gosh, does that actually make Elysium Midnight's sister-in-law or grandmother-in-law?
Both.
Exactly.
So confusing.
Both, actually.
Very much so. Both.
Better not sing that song now.
Oh dear.
This family's confusing. I think we already established that.
Yeah.
It's just funny to laugh at occasionally.
Hmm. Fair enough.
And Luna then
I
gets
help
up
you
and
know that?
dusts. Yep. She takes your hand with a hoof, gets up and brushes the dust off of herself, then turns around to where the castle was, and her mouth just, her jaw just drops.
Yeah.
We'll help repair. That I promise.
She walks over to the edge of the crater, like prodding the soot with her hoof. Then turns to you, Garius, and says very sarcastically, "Repair? I think rebuilt would be the better phrase."
Yes, In hindsight, that should have been the word I used. But we are in stressful times, and yes, sadly, not the best of days, as you can probably tell. But the one responsible points to the mountain. The one responsible for this destruction is over there. I guess we vent our frustration on her and focus on the bigger threat later, because I've learnt that the enemy fleet is only down by a third, which means there are a lot more ships probably on their way. We need to kill her first and then bunker down and wait for all hell to break loose. If you've got a bunker somewhere, I recommend getting it ready, because all hell is going to drop from that sky at some point.
Midnight runs over and puts a paw on Luna's shoulder. Luna, you need to stay here.
And Luna's eyes start glowing white. As-
Luna,
Yes.
your people need you. I know Celestia's, and I will not let that go unpunished. But your people need you. They don't have any other. And if you think they're going to take orders from me, you're crazy. Please. Evacuate, get your people protected. That is what you and your sister.
If you want, I can open a portal to my world's Equestria if you need a second Equestria ticket.
Her eyes go back to normal and she looks at you. I don't think that will be necessary, Garius, but thank you for the offer.
I nod.
And she looks at Midnight once more, frowning, before flying off towards the city.
She doesn't like that I'm right, does she?
Not at all.
At the very least, she's better than Celestia, who would have insisted on abandoning the war for the second time. So, you know.
I know I did just send a person away, but I feel like it was right. Because we got Pixie, we got Rosalia. You know, we've got quite a few people.
Mm-hmm. We've got more than enough firepower.
I hope.
So long as we can, you know, not stab each other for enough time to actually do that.
Oh no.
Eh? E40?
Visual just rolled. Who's that for?
That would probably be... Actually, Cthulhu would have rolled a d60, I think.
A D40.
I think I know.
You see... No, you hear a rumbling sound from the direction of the mountain.
We need to go now.
No one wants to take a look at the mountain? Okay.
Looks at the mountain. I'm looking
No, we
at
have
the
to
mountain.
go-
Looks to the mountain. Looks to the mountain.
Everybody looks to the mountain.
I
I was
think
going to go towards the mountain, personally.
You see the mountaintop disintegrating.
rhymes. Okay.
Opens a portal to near the mountaintop.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Well, we need to stop whatever's going on, and we need to find and kill that Dark Rosalia. Or capture, or something. Although I'm preferably leaning towards kill.
Sounds good to me. So
Can I?
you open the portal to the middle of the mountain.
Does anyone follow me as I go through?
I would look first.
I'm just
Oh.
looking.
So Garius goes through, and the others are just looking.
Yep.
Yeah, look before you leap, as you say.
So
Then again,
Garius,
Darius can fly.
as you go through, you see that debris is literally raining from the sky.
Well,
Rocks the size of fists. And a lot of dust in the air. And the air seems buzzing with energy.
I put a bubble shield around me to try and protect me from debris.
Pokes my head through.
Oh, 2. So 12 in total.
Yeah, you create a half bubble around yourself.
Hopefully it's the top half.
Yes, it is.
Okay, good. I'm also going to try and do a perception if I can to try and find out if there's anybody still here.
Can little Rosalia like jump through the portal and grab Garius's left foot to hang on there?
Yes, you can, but also your perception check reveals that there are 2 presences other than you, now Rosalia, and Midnight's head poking through the portal.
quite an image.
How far away is the mountain exactly?
Around 50 kilometers.
Could I simply get myself or summon myself a spyglass?
You could.
Because I don't think I would poke my head through a portal to at this point.
Sure, summon yourself a spyglass.
Okay. Need to roll for that or?
Yes.
Okay.
So, on second thought, I see your intelligence scores it. You just make a spyglass appear in your paws.
Therefore I asked.
Dun, 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 dun,
Looking through the
dun,
spyglass.
You look through the spyglass.
dun, dun, dun.
Okay, do a perception check.
So who is going to become the James Bond?
Ooh! I see everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see everything.
you see on the mountaintop the evil Rosalia, who seems to be only on 3 legs. And you see a serpentine figure, humanoid, wearing a red dress, wielding a rune-covered sword
It's
that
the cavalry.
is standing in a ready position.
Do I have any idea who the person is?
Your character? I don't think so, no.
No,
Okay.
he wasn't there.
But maybe he should tell the others?
I see. And you poking your head to a portal, shouldn't you see the same?
No, they are like
I
midway.
am all through. I'm hanging on his leg.
They are midway up the mountain.
Okay.
So we're not close enough, but you with the spyglass are able to see farther.
Actually, yes. Also, the mountaintop now isn't a mountaintop anymore. It's basically a crater.
So can I make a portal?
Yes, sure you can.
So I can be like on top viewing and yeah. I just like make a small portal and jump through.
To where?
And you fall back to the bottom of the crater, I imagine.
No, no, no.
The
on
top
the
of a
top
crater
of
is
the
still a
crater.
crater.
The
You
top of the crater. So it's like if you're standing on a volcano, you're standing on the tip, so you can watch down the crater.
Okay, you go to the top of the mountain at the edge of the crater.
Yeah, and just like laying there as small as stealthily as I can to watch.
Where you see the serpentine humanoid figure slowly inching its way towards the injured dark Rosalia.
What is it? What is it? What do you see?
Evil me versus some octopus lady. Or man,
Not
I don't know.
octopus, it's like humanoid lizard, I think it wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, for Rosalia right now, it looks like some octopus stuff.
Does she have the octopus thingies?
Mm-mm.
Oh no, okay, my bad. Dragon something. I don't know. Lizard. It's a thingy. Just come and watch. It has like an awesome sword and stuff.
Raises an eyebrow.
I
Tails.
imagine Garius hears that, the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon thingy sword. His eyes
What?
widen.
Why does that sound like Cthulhu?
Who's Cthulhu?
What was the 20?
Ah.
Oh, the 20 was the perception for Ramo.
Mm-hmm.
But Cthulhu has the octopus thing and she stays in Nightfall's kitchen. I don't think it's her.
No! Cthulhu is in the thing that's been the girl that's been running around, wolf that's always stays in shadow form except whenever she needs to touch something physically that we saw in our dreams.
Wow, you are kind of a worthless teammate.
Excuse you, that's my mama you're talking to.
Might have been talking about you, who knows?
Ah, okay.
Is that better or worse?
I don't know.
So, anyone doing anything?
Yeah,
I
Rosalia,
don't
get back
like
here.
acting.
Nope.
Why?
Because if she goes down, nobody else is taking her except me.
Yeah, but we don't know which. Looks at. We don't know
Can
if
I-
that's. Yes, go ahead.
I was gonna if my character heard all that, he knows exactly what's going on, at least he think he does, and my wings are gonna turn a bright purple and he's gonna fly towards where he senses the presence.
Okay.
You don't dare! It's mine!
He's not going alternate ego, he's quite eager now. Because if his hunch is correct, he is very, very
You glitched out quite a bit there.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how much of what you heard. So what was the last thing before I glitched?
You glitched almost the entire time, but we understood that your wings are turning a deep purple and you're flying towards a presence, and then something about a hunch.
Yeah, if his hunch is correct, and by the way, I said to Rosalia, he's not going for Rosalia. He's going for, and if his hunch is correct, he is very, very happy indeed because he's been waiting for this opportunity since Orbit.
So you're gonna touch the other one, not the evil
Yeah.
Rosalia one.
Yeah,
It's
Rosalia is
okay.
yours.
Yeah, thank you. High five.
Hey,
Everything is
good
forgiven.
yeah, I'm flying towards the most powerful of the two.
Why are you flying? Why don't
presences.
you open a portal?
Okay,
Because-
open a portal then. But
I don't think that would be a very wise move.
yeah, I mean, no metagaming. I said I was going to fly, and so I will fly.
Okay.
I have the umbrella shield above me, so I'll just use that to fly
Midnight
out.
jumps
Stand
on
under my
Garrus's back.
Hello, hello.
Okay.
So she's
Um,
surfing on you.
Okay then. I say to Midnight, and by the way, you notice his wings are purple. I don't know if that means anything to me.
Doesn't mean anything to
You
her,
haven't
no.
seen it before. Well, only that it's a different look, but anyway. He looks back at Midnight with a more jolly expression than she's ever really seen from Garius. I highly recommend you let me do most of the talking, and if I say something that you might sound confusing, just go along with it, okay?
Can't you just explain to me who this is? It sounds
That's
like Cthulhu. Then why are we flying towards her?
Because this is the best Cthulhu. Because this is the alternate Cthulhu. She's a nice one. She gave me her sword and I used it to cut up my altar half. Trust me, she's the good one. We'd want her on our side. She's sane, unlike the other one. We can
Midnight?
reason with this one.
Midnight starts to grin wide. You're saying we could have a Cthulhu on our side?
Yeah, if we're nice. So please be nice.
I will be the sweetest I've ever been ever. Let's go.
I'm gonna make myself feel like gumdrops and candy.
Yeah, you can see why he's happy. Very, very happy if his hunch is correct.
Now I'm gonna invite Rose from Dragon Age.
Oh, that would be cool. Hey, have you met my friend Rosalia?
Say what?
Oh yeah, so Rosalia, I need you to roll again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
Oof.
I run the hell away check and it failed. A D100.
At least it's more. Go, Cthulhu!
Cthulhu aims her sword directly at the evil Rosalia, holding it with both hands as every single scale on her body starts to glow a menacing dark blue blackish light. The power starts surging through her arms into the sword, culminating in an orb forming on the sword's tip. Which she then, with a very primal war cry and a swing of her sword, throws towards the evil Rosalia, who is not quick enough to evade the attack, and, well, where this Rosalia has just stood, a cross made out of black magical energy surges into the sky so high that it goes above the clouds.
Ooh.
Nice.
I like
I'm
it.
just hoping she doesn't disappear totally.
And I need you, Rosalia, to roll once more.
Hopefully Rosalia doesn't blame
No.
Darius for this.
No, it's not you. It's that Cthulhu lady. In
And
case.
just at the highest point of that cross, Rosalia sees a very tiny speck of light that appears only for a second.
Oh, feathers. I guess the evil Rosalia says, or something more bad. I don't know.
So,
any actions from anyone?
I'm still flying towards Cthulhu. Well, I imagine it's Cthulhu from what he's heard, and he's smiling quite brightly.
I guess nice Rosalia is basically making or starting to get down the crater because she wants basically to absorb evil Rosalia when she's dead or knocked out or whatever. So I guess she started walking down. I don't know if evil
Okay.
Rosalia is able to do something.
First of all, you, Rosalia, walk down the crater. And as you do so, I need you to roll again.
Oh, no. Kanske
Remember,
vi kör.
Cthulhu won't know there's two of you.
Oops. I should have been in stealth mode. Yeah, I should. Yeah. Oops.
As you very slowly make your way down the crater, you suddenly are stopped dead in your tracks by having the tip of a sword pressed against your nose.
That's pointy.
It is supposed to be.
She kind of laughs a little bit. Huh. Yeah, that's true. Do you mind I absorb the evil other myself? Please? Big eyes.
Oh.
As far as I know, Garius kind of likes you in some way or another, so...
Did you hear that bit? I think
Did-
I was
didn't I?
mid-flight when I said that to Midnight. I was way away from the portal.
Ah, okay. Then I don't know. You seem like a nice lady, and since you're fighting evil Rosalia, I guess you still have big eyes, and apparently my teeth is shining because, you know, smile. I don't know if I have to roll a charm.
Cthulhu just looks at you, does a noise, and puts her sword away. And then, before dissolving into her mist form, she leans down at you, looking you directly into the eyes.
Looking back. Oh no. Don't.
I need you to roll intimidation.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
I was afraid she was gonna do something really evil. Mind control or something, or I don't know. Yeah, sure,
You feel primal terror going through you as you look into those deep yellow eyes of hers.
Yeah, so basically going from a smile with waggy tail to tail under my back feet and ears down and almost tears in my eyes.
And peeing yourself.
Yeah. So basically peeing on my tail.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly.
And before she leaves, turning into her mist form, she says, "The one you seek has escaped."
Ah, poop.
Can I shout up to her?
Sure.
Cthulhu, if that's you, can I speak to you, please?
Please.
I mean, you got to be polite.
We both would like to, please.
She turns into her mist form and rushes down the mountain to meet you.
I guess I sense her presence coming, so I wait where I am.
I jump off his back so he can land.
She reforms right in front of you into her mist wolf form with the blue eyes.
No.
I do a polite bow. I imagine you're our Cthulhu, or the alternate one, I guess.
What is it that you want, Garius?
Well, we worked quite well before, and you seem far nicer and far more sane than our Cthulhu. So I was hoping we could at least in part work together. I'm sure you want the more insane version of yourself dealt with as soon as possible, and we're of the same mind. So is there any chance we could work together on that? And we both seek the same objectives, do we not?
Garius?
Yep.
Just telling you this right now.
The wrong Cthulhu.
You're digging your own grave.
Whoopsies. Yep. Damn it.
The-
I got.
Evil
If
Cthulhu.
this was the evil Cthulhu, I didn't think it would have let Rosalia live.
Oh dear God, what have you
Damn it.
done?
Mate,
And to be fair, well, yeah, Midnight was for this as well. I mean, we both fell for this.
Hold on. Is this the evil Cthulhu or is this the good Cthulhu?
Didn't you notice the tone in which she was talking to him and how she treated Rosalia? Okay.
Yes,
Well,
I
we don't know
did.
how tolerant this new one is. I mean, she's neutral towards us practically.
No, she's
Because I-
actually quite supportive towards you, otherwise she wouldn't have let you use her sword.
Oh, well, I assumed that she was either in a hurry or... Okay, I guess we can't redo, so we are dead. We are all dead.
Cthulhu
Because I'm sure
looks
Darius
at
would have
you
known
with
not to
a
do this.
Cthulhu looks at you with the equivalent of a twitching eye.
One thing though, Garrus is far better at reading people than I am. That's the problem with role playing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest issue. I genuinely didn't see any issues, but Garius might have. Can I at least roll a wit check? Because he might have noticed something that I wouldn't.
Sure.
I'm only asking that because I'm genuinely a thunderhead. I'm not the smartest individual. Garius reads people for a living. And I'm not very good at that.
but you are smart. Don't
You
talk
I
yourself
am
that
smart,
bad.
but
Also-
because of my autism, reading people is not a skill of mine. Due to
you
my autism, that is a vast weakness of mine.
yeah, that is a problem.
And Garius isn't autistic. He doesn't have this weakness of reading people, so he shouldn't die because of my blunders as a person.
So, can we do a wit check to him, and if it succeeds, what
I
happens?
rolled an 18. Enough for at least
You
Garius to have beforehand noticed, because I'm not as good as he is.
you notice that she seems kind of pissed off.
Okay, is this after I said that, or was this like before? Is this like a redo or what?
That is after you said that.
Crap. I was hoping that could be so that I could read it beforehand. I'm terrible and crap.
I was gonna say, could we maybe, if he wins, then he can go back to alternates?
Yeah, because I would not have said that if I had even the faintest idea that it might not have been the one I was thinking of. That was not what I'd have done.
That is
I misled myself.
I will metagame here a little bit for a second. That is why I had her intimidate Rosalia. That is why I showed her to have
Garius wasn't there.
black magic. The pillar of black magic.
But the scales, she
Garius
doesn't
wasn't
go
there.
into. She doesn't go into her normal form. She hasn't in years. The fact that she's in
Yeah.
her physical form is unusual, at least. That's why I was convinced.
And she
I thought
was
she was
in
just-
she was in her physical form in the last one, as you remember, Garius.
And that
I didn't know that.
was her end form. And during every other fight she's ever been in, she's been in her mist form unless she was forced. So I assumed that was a one off to try and
Okay. I want you to roll a d4.
a d4.
Mm-hmm. For the outcome of this conversation.
3. So second best.
Mm-hmm.
Fingers crossed.
Our dear Cthulhu trots up to Garius, or Jarius in this moment, I assume.
Yeah, Jarius. Yeah.
Jarius. And whispers in his ear. By the way, I'll need you to roll a d20 for intimidation in a moment.
I say, can it be seduction? Oh dear. So D20, 12. My intimidation is quite terrible, if I recall.
Oh wait, no, with her it's a d40.
My intimidation is a 5, so it's basically just a +5, so 17 in total. I'd love it if she crit fails. That would be funny. 17.
Yeah, but I rolled wrong, so. But still. She leans very close to you and in a very menacing whisper whispers into your ear. You should really, really think about what you just said, little man. And then disappears into a small portal that is the size of a pea.
Actually, that's a point. She was in her physical form, literally millimeters away. But no. One day. Anyway, he just goes, that's the second bloody time I've guessed the wrong one. And
Midnight
he's
looks
like, okay. And he basically says, okay, Garius, I will admit I'm not as perceptive as you are. Yes, no need to remind me.
Midnight looks at him. What are you doing?
He looks back and goes, yes, well, there are 2 Cthulhus. One good one, one bad one. I guessed the wrong one. And, yeah.
No.
But,
Why are you referring to yourself?
Okay, you know how Luna is Luna and Nightmare Moon, technically speaking?
Yes.
Well, I'm Garius's Nightmare Moon in all due technicality, his polar opposite. Although we haven't split. I very rarely see the light of day.
So you're Garius' knight.
Basically. Although he is completely in control of whether when I surface and not. He is far more strong-willed than I am.
Good to know.
Although I will admit I am the better half.
Yeah. We'll see about that.
Yes, well, I do blunder
glad
occasionally, but I am useful.
Glad I didn't say that to the evil Cthulhu's side. Person.
I will admit, I thought that the evil Cthulhu was too... I thought she would have remained in her mist form. So, bit of a blunder on my part. My apologies, I got your hopes up. But there is a second Cthulhu somewhere.
Yes, and as you are talking, a black mist flies like zigzagging between the two of you and also disappears into a portal.
Yep. I do not know which one that was, but I imagine that was the original one telling me that I should shut my mouth.
Or that was the new one that was going after the alternate.
I'm going to do the smart thing and not comment.
You're learning. Pets his head.
I think you'll find Garius is the stubborn one. I'm actually quite open to learning new.
So there's nothing left in the crater?
Nope.
Except
Other
for
than
us.
a dismembered leg of Rosalia.
I want to try something.
I want to try eating it. No.
Actually, I want to try something else. I don't know. if
Try
it works.
punching it.
Yeah. Really? I'm gonna take the corpse from the corpse puncher guy.
Hey, the very bone.
No. She basically jumps or runs down to the severed leg, and she bites into it. And first
That's a
she,
corpse.
she actually tries to absorb evil Rosalia. She tries.
It doesn't work, but you get a mouthful of basically your own blood.
Okay, try something else. By biting into Eva Rosalia's foot, she tries to locate her with magic.
You try to triangulate her.
Like a godly blood hound.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. So, can I?
Okay, I'll need you to roll perception.
Awesome.
You sense yourself, basically, in your room.
Like my room or her room?
Your room. In the ruins of your father's mansion.
Not sure what she's doing there, but okay. Can I open 2 portals at once?
Theoretically, yes.
Super.
Depends where you want them to go.
Well, I kind of want to open the portal next to Mama and Garius and myself, and both of them leading to my room.
Okay.
And Ramo and Nightfall?
I don't know
That'd
if I
be
can
a
do
third
that.
portal.
Yeah, where are you guys? Where have you disappeared to?
They are still left on
Ramo,
bottom.
by the way, you do that, Rosalia, but
And I jumped through.
you jump through. Do you two go through that portal as well?
I do.
Sure.
I think at first I had to go to them, but I think I can get this portal is open long enough.
Open only one way, so from you to us, yes. I don't want to have it open so she can run away.
No. The point was, you are all on the crater. Last thing, at least that I'm aware of, that my character did, was he was looking through the spyglass. So first, he would need to open a portal to the crater to use your portal. Therefore, I asked if it would be open long enough.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Okay, then yes.
And Nightfall,
Are you coming with?
you are suddenly feeling the pinch of 2 fingers on your neck.
Whoops.
And being
I am
lifted
scared.
and being lifted off the ground.
What am I supposed to do in this situation? Am I supposed to stab? Do I not stab?
Maybe see before you stab?
And looking up, you see a giant hand holding you by the scruff of your neck. And moving you to a different position.
You're gonna be over here now.
As you are dropped, you land on top of Midnight.
Ah!
This is a very complex chess metaphor, isn't it?
Yes.
I. The Overmothers decided to move you.
Not so
I've heard.
over mother, but yeah.
Over father?
Maybe.
I have to ask the
Nice.
question.
Hmm?
What piece is he then?
The knight.
Fair enough. Oh, hi Midnight.
Love?
How you doing?
Love?
Hmm?
Maybe we should finish here?
Aww.
You know I'm right.
A few minutes more than
Okay.
we go.
Okay.
Because I think Rosalia would be very pissed if we broke up now.
I wouldn't be pissed, but I would be a little bit sad, yes. We're so close.
Midnight goes, ow! Get off me!
Proceeds to do so.
Looks at this big giant griffin that just appeared
Big
What?
giant? I don't know.
Well, he is pregnant.
Cute, maybe.
He's not.
Looking to him,
He's not pregnant. It was just a rouse from Ramo.
looking to her, looking to midnight, taking a second and realize why she has such a confused look. Saying, "Oh yeah, Nightfall transformation spell."
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you
he
expected
kind of
like
butchered
this.
some magic, and now I'm in this form. I'm not happy about it, but it did the job.
Did you hear what Garia said when he said this is an improvement?
Anyway, Rosalia,
So,
why'd you bring us here? I'm looking blind. Where is here?
I think Rosalia would like just jump into the portal and start looking for evil Rosalia.
It's your old room in the ruins of the mansion, and evil Rosalia is laying on your old bed, basically nursing her wounds, which are
Good.
numerous.
So we're basically standing in front of her?
Yeah.
Rosalia basically says nobody does something except the paralyzing spell, okay?
If anyone's seen the Avengers film, it's kind of like that scene where Loki's getting up after getting beaten up by the Hulk. I need to see the entire Avengers squad looking down at him.
But yeah.
Wait, paralyzation?
Yeah.
Paralyzing.
Like, don't move and can't use magic.
She wants none of you guys to kill that other Rosalia.
No touchy.
Okay.
Thank
Looks
you.
at Rosalia. No promises, but after you.
The other Rosalia tilts her head, looks at tiny Rosalia.
Because Rosalia never increased her size.
Not yet.
And says, I agree, no touchy. And she proceeds to erect a shield spell between you and her.
And I rolled a shield breaker spell.
Well, that wouldn't be touching, so. But still.
13 plus 10, 23. Do I even put a dent in it?
Nope.
Question. Can I open a portal inside of a shield?
No.
Why does this feel like 12 days of Christmas?
Oh dear. Yes.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Anyway,
Rosalia just slowly walks up the ladder she has to her bunk bed. Because there's only one bed in the bunk bed, and that's the high one. So she basically slowly climbs, just lay down on the other side of the bed.
Yeah, while the evil Rosalia is wrapped in a bubble shield.
Kinda waits for her to see if she reacts.
She completely seems to ignore you.
Well, evil Rosalia right now, I think, would be just as curious as Rosalia. So,
Yeah, she's playing both.
okay, I can try to play both right now. That would be interesting.
Also, she is hurt, so she's nursing her wounds.
Yeah, trying to buy for time anyway. Why are you telling them not to attack me? It's like I'm laying here and badly wounded by that stupid fishy lady. Because, yeah. Nice Rosalia just looks at her like, I just wonder why are you and your others doing... I know you might want to have power and stuff, but why are you doing it? Like, wouldn't it be better to and have more numbers to your power as well?
And
Are you sure? I'm sorry.
And the simple explanation here is that she is on basically on the winning side of the war.
Yeah.
Midnight signals to Ramo and Garius to combine magics to break the force field. Seriously?
2 9s and an 18. So that's 36 in total. I think. Plus and all of our combined bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm making you do maths.
You shatter the shield.
Yay!
Both Rosalias kind of look
Friendship
disappointed.
is magic.
But the moment you do, the other Rosalia just smirks at Rosalia. And falls through a portal that she opened up beneath her.
Jumps
Can I
in
try and
me, yeah.
maintain it? Can I try and maintain the portal so she can't close it?
And I'm jumping immediately after.
No, you can't, Garius.
Well,
Can
it's
I
over
try
to
and
you,
teleport
Rosalia.
to the other side? Can I teleport?
Do I
Roll magic.
make it in time?
Rosalia jumps through,
Yes.
finding yourself in an empty room.
No, maybe not the smartest.
And Garius appears right next to Rosalia.
Yes.
He teleported to the portal, or what exactly did he do?
He
Yep,
teleported through
I
the
wasn't
portal
gonna
before it
jump 'cause
closed.
It wouldn't be
Okay.
open, so.
Try the same.
Well, now we're...
Oh, he rolled higher than me, and I think he has a higher modifier, if I recall.
Sure,
So
let's try that.
Ramo appears on top of Garius.
So he's piggybacking then.
Yes.
He's basically sitting on your head.
How big is he compared to Garius?
He reaches up to about to your hip.
He's smaller than
So
Rosalia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
A little bit.
And Midnight. Let me see. You appear right in front of Rosalia.
Yes.
No, jumping 3 portals.
Well, we kind of needed to.
Anyway,
kind of a bit late since we did so as well.
we teleported. There's a difference. No, where is she?
Am I like, since I found her, can I still sense her now?
First of all, the question is, what does Nightfall do?
Oh, Nightfall. Yeah, you're staying there?
Preens her feathers.
Probably better that I stay here. Rather not die. I think I've put myself in enough danger.
Punching writing boards and stuff.
Yeah, he might punch another computer or punch another corpse if we let him for it.
And none of
And
you.
besides, I don't have any of my gear, so I mean,
So,
what'd be the point?
and none of you wants to examine the room you are in.
I did. I looked around.
And I was trying to sense
I
her.
imagine Garius is looking around by default. After all, he's looking for the evil Rosalia. I'll roll on perception though. 17.
Do I need to roll for sensing her?
One sec, guys. Okay. You find yourself, and now brace yourselves, please, in the living room of Script's mansion. However,
Intact or destroyed?
not destroyed.
This is the wrong room.
Ah,
No, the correct room, wrong
Wrong word.
universe.
And
We're in the alternate universe, the clone one.
oh, pony feathers and all.
If I were you guys, I'd recommend trying to find a way back.
You are our way back, Garius. Get us out of here now.
I'm not going.
Yes,
good question, by the way. How could she open the portal here?
I think
must have
I
had-
is in fact it's probably for the best that I'm in Jarius right now because I can use my crystal ability to create a way back, can't I?
Mm-hmm.
Am
I basically open the portal and goes, anybody who wants to go back can, but I'm looking for that other Rosalia. Most of their 5 are dead or downed, which means I need to take her down to lower their numbers. If I can find intel, I will. I can get
Super.
myself back at a split second's notice. I can't get any of you back at a split second notice.
Well, that's fine. And finally, we can agree on something. But she's mine. She's wounded, and she's mine.
I show her my green crystal. If I can get her in this, I'm giving it to you. Okay?
Promise.
If you go through that portal. Yes, I promise.
I'll
But you don't
need
know how to find her.
you to roll.
I rolled perception, a 17 I rolled.
And I'm still waiting for if I could censor.
You cannot sense her.
Okay.
And what you notice, Garius, is that this place looks very immaculate.
Well, it's Script's mansion, of course it's going to be immaculate.
No.
Oh, is he a scruffy person, is he? I imagine Script's like everything orderly.
So, please roll, Garius, a d20.
17 again.
Okay. Your green gem falls to the ground after being jerked from your grip.
Quickly.
Hmm?
Can I quickly grab it?
Yes.
You know when you drop something but you quickly go to grab it? That's what he's doing.
Yes.
So I have to roll again, I'm guessing.
You have to roll again.
Oh,
Oh.
I fail. I guess having 2 17s in a row was too good to be true. Question, actually, if someone tries to grab it off me, will they go to a parallel dimension since they touched the gem?
Nope. It
Okay.
would have to be opened.
Okay.
However, I'm looking at your magic modifier right now.
Yeah.
You fail to grab the gem, but it doesn't fall to the ground either.
Gets pulled.
Instead, you hear Pixie's voice coming from the doorway to the living room, saying, "Now, this looks very interesting."
Bad Pixie! Bad Pixie!
He's getting flashbacks of what Pixie did to his fifth and how one-sided that exchange was.
Wait, where is Pixie? Pixie was supposed to be with us.
Huh?
She was, yes.
Did she come with us?
Mm-mm.
Damn it!
She stayed behind to help Luna in her evacuation efforts.
Also, where's Lupina?
Same thing.
Pony feathers.
I look back to everyone. Portal, retreat, now.
Aw. Very grudgingly jumps into it and kind of leaves a molded cupcake in the place she was.
A moldy cupcake?
Yes.
That's like the anti-greeting.
Yes.
Midnight does the same. I hate doing this.
You leave a moldy cupcake?
No!
Retreating.
I retreat. We can't take Pixie.
Point.
Not in
have
her
a
own
question.
terms.
Especially since as Rosalia is retreating and Midnight is retreating, Pixie knows this kind of gem.
I do have one question if I
Mm-hmm.
can I sense where I am, as in where in the universe I am,
Yes.
or would I have to roll? Because I would like to find my way back here at a later.
Sure, you do know it because, as you might remember, Script showed you this place on a dimensional map.
Excellent. So now he's actually been here. Opening a portal to here should be possible again.
Mm-hmm.
He walked back, making sure that everyone is behind him, and he goes, "Don't. We'll be meeting again." And I close the portal as I pass through, unless she attacks me before that.
No. And the last thing you see as you walk through is Pixie smirking at you and opening that gem to pull your to check if something is in it.
His alternate self is gone. That's in Chrysalis's hangar, and the alternate Rosalia, well, she's already been released. There is no one left in there, I think.
Yep, but Pixie just had to check, you know.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying, if I've forgotten someone, let me know. But I'm
No.
pretty sure I killed or released everyone in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
You did.
So it closes. And it's not like she wouldn't have had access to that anyway, as she had a script of her own.
Exactly.
So that's nothing too special. I haven't doomed the universe for a third time. That's an accomplishment for me.
Okay, and as you all return, now standing at the outskirts of Canterlot, seeing how dozens and dozens and dozens, hundreds in fact, of transportation pods are launching from Canterlot in the direction of the Lupine Arcane Empire. You see something in the now again night sky, which is do you know how it looks when two strong forces clash together?
Yep.
A lot of light and sound.
Like two shock waves going in opposite directions.
Yep.
And you see that in the night sky. One of those shock waves cutting through the moon.
Oops.
Full moon.
That moon and getting cut in half, Luna will not be pleased.
Mm-mm.
This is what, the third time that moon's been cut in half this RP alone?
Whoa.
Second.
No, because it was done, I think it was once during that loop in that summoning of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
I
Barbara once too.
Yeah, that was the Barbara one. Then it happened when I think someone had an act. Was during the order battle, if I recall.
Anyhow, that moon is now in 2 pieces. Again. And Lupina walks up from behind you, looking at all of you, and says, Luna and I have come to an agreement. The citizens of Canterlot, and Pony&Wolf for that matter, will be evacuated to my kingdom.
That's gonna be interesting.
Very generous of you.
How are the Lupin and Karnai gonna react?
We will adapt.
Okay.
Stomachs and joyous laughter. Rumbling stomachs and joyous laughter. But no, that was a joke and out of game.
Okay.
Because they would eat them.
Raises an eyebrow. How is Luna doing?
She is not very well.
You know, someone's gonna have to raise the sun. And if Luna isn't up to it. I hate asking this, but would you mind?
Lupina rolls her eyes, points at the horizon, and has her paw like in a horizontal position. And then, as if turning a key, she turns her paw clockwise, and with every bit of her paw that she's turning, the sun rises.
Ooh,
know-
can I do that?
Rosalia. Yes, apparently it's a very easy Lupin and Karnai trick. They just let the ponies do it because it gives them...
A sense of superiority.
Confidence?
Yeah. Which, honestly, I actually think is quite nice of you, Lupina.
She just shrugs and says, well, it also freed up some of our resources, because it is kind of a hassle to assign someone to do it every day.
That's fair.
Rosalia kind of goes like under one of Lupina's legs and kind of, since she's in her smaller form, she's basically standing so that her back is touching the underneath her breast area, so her head is kind of in the middle of right underneath Lupina's head, so it kind of looks like matching set and just like, Lupina is awesome.
Of course, Rosalia probably still smells of her own urine, so
Yeah. You know.
Lupina would want you sitting right between her legs. So it's like,
Lupina has smelled worse.
Oh, no doubt.
But yeah. Shall we end it here?
Yes.
For now. But Lupina, before we go, Midnight turns to Lupin and says, we need to get ready. This battle is not over yet.
I did not
And,
expect it to be.
Garius said what he found out from Chrysalis, that apparently only a third of the enemy force has been destroyed.
Yay!
To which Lupina looks a little bit grim. And
At the
then
very least, they're out of super heavy support. All 3 of their ultimatums, if I recall, are gone.
We will be ready, I say, as we look out at the sun and the evacuating pony. Scene!
and end.
Yep.
You've been echoing the entire time, Midnight, but it does sound dramatic.
I have?
Yes.
Yeah, you've got this echo, this reverberation of your voice.
Okay, how am I echoing? It's nightfall.
Hello.
So just to anyone else listening out there, remember they have a Teespring store with a lot of cool and fun stuff,
And a Patreon.
which we really recommend looking up. There's a lot of goodies on there.
Yes. Even Rosalie is a Patreon of mine, and it's awesome.
I'm
Yay.
a Patreon of both of you.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
They forget their Patreons, folks.
No, I just.
Man, that's a joke. They
No.
they have at the end of each video they have your name to say that you are a Patreon. So don't worry, you're not forgotten. That was a joke. But yeah, you get to see videos early. It's really good, and there's obviously a tiered system for visuals and midnight. So
And you can
It's
vote on
awesome.
mine of what stories you.
Yep.
Which is awesome.
All right, I'm going to stop the recording now.
Bye.
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 Arr.